How will the Genshin Impact characters die? None of them will probably die in the timelines of the game, but when they do eventually meet their demise, what is their most likely cause of death? From falling, to assassinations, to food poisoning, here is how I think every character will be eliminated, based on the things we know about them. Let's begin. Albedo. In his pursuit of knowledge, he delved deep into the history of his creator, the fallen nation, and things beyond mortal comprehension. His curiosity led him to unravel secrets that were never meant to be found. In the end, curiosity killed the cat. Alhaitham. He could go to the same path as Albedo, but it's more likely he just lives a casual life. He would just die of old age, or other natural causes. Amber. During one of her scouting missions, she became too reckless in using her glider, and had a fatal accident. Although she was experienced, no one can ever be too sure, and she was shown in a cutscene, almost colliding with Noel. Aratakido. He accepted another eating challenge, but unknowingly, there were beans inside the food, something he was deathly allergic to. This already happened to him, more than once, but he wasn't as lucky this time, as his body couldn't take it anymore. Baizu. Desiring an immortal life, he decided to take questionable and risky medicine, after realizing his time is near. Ironically, the medicine is the one to take him out. Otherwise, he would just succumb to his chronic illness. Barbara. A die-hard fan, loved her way too much, and when she finally turned him down, and asked him to stop, he wanted to seek revenge. He would see it as Barbara, betraying all of his love. Beidou. During one of her trips, she encounters a very strong sea monster, even stronger than the one she defeated. She tried her best to fight back, but the monster, and the dangers of the sea, were far too strong. Bennett. With his bad luck, he could have died getting hit by a meteor, or fighting a god, but he managed to survive all of it. He is proud of himself, thinking he would get to live long, when he slips on a banana peel, and that is how he goes out. Candace. Maybe she'll perish, trying to protect her village from bandits and natural dangers, but it's more likely that she'll just die of old age, or other natural causes. Charlotte. While taking pictures of a dangerous event, always on the prowl for an exclusive scoop, she accidentally gets too close, being too focused on getting the right angle. She gets it, and is gravely injured, without any help nearby. Chongyun. He unknowingly ate very spicy food, and had no popsicles left in his person. No one who knew what to do was near, and he eventually overheated. Quale. She would just live a long and fulfilling life, going out only to natural causes. If not, maybe while exploring the forest, she gets separated, not knowing where the others went. She would have been able to survive and get back safely, if it weren't for the monsters that attacked her. Sino. He is strong and capable, but his job of upholding the Academia's rules is still very dangerous. He would definitely harbor enemies that would hold grudges and try to assassinate or defeat him, especially with how crazy some scholars can get. Daya. Similar to Sino, her job is pretty dangerous, even if she is strong. She would have enemies that would do their best to make her bite the dust. Diluc. While infiltrating a suspicious stronghold, he gets attacked by one of the Harbingers, where he is proven to be outmatched, and gets eliminated. In the past, he narrowly escaped death at the hands of the Harbingers, but this time, he wasn't so lucky. Diona. She would likely die of old age, or other natural sources. Otherwise, she might eat food that contains lilies, not knowing it is very dangerous to cats. Dory. She's in a business that can get dirty, really fast, and her selfish and shady approach to commerce will definitely create some conflicts. A powerful business rival, who got screwed by her, or an angry customer, who she tricked, can be easily out to get her. Eula. The citizens of Mondstadt, and the people of her own clan, don't agree with her actions at all, and have a strong distaste for her. It wouldn't be too unusual to think that someone would eventually assassinate her, even if she did nothing wrong. Faruzan. She enters a ruin, thinking it will be another piece of cake, but she makes a miscalculation while solving the puzzle, leaving her trapped inside. The last time it happened, her body was kept in a state of stasis, but now, nothing supernatural happened, leaving her just isolated and trapped, being unable to do anything, but just call for help. Fischl. She would likely die of old age, or other natural sources, or perhaps a commission gone wrong, from the Adventurers Guild. Fremine. While diving, he enters too deep into uncharted territory, which ends with him getting sick, not knowing the water there is dangerous, similar to what happened in the quest. He will then be unable to move and swim up. Otherwise, probably old age or natural causes, that are not related to diving. Furina. She would live a long, and fulfilling life, going out only to natural causes. Or perhaps she'll have macaroni poisoning. Ganyu. She would succumb to erosion eventually, if she lived long enough. Perhaps she would get sick, from always overworking, if half Adeptus can even get sick. Goro. His work is pretty dangerous, always being out on the battlefield. He is also very loyal, and has a strong sense of honor. If he is in a huge war, and if given the chance, he would choose to sacrifice himself, if it meant saving other soldiers from the battle. Hu Tao. She would likely just die of old age, or other natural sources. Zhongli would have to perform her funeral ceremony though. Very sad indeed. Jean. Being the acting Grand Master, she is bound to have some targets behind her back. Especially the Abyss Order, seeing as they already planned to get rid of her before, in her story quest. She will likely die by their hands, during her moment of weakness. Kazuha. Perhaps he would be with Beidou, when she encounters the strong sea monster, that would cause their demise. If not, he'll just die of old age, or other natural sources. Kaya. I can see him getting into a fight, that ends with him being defeated. For who will he battle? It could be anyone, but I'd want it to be either someone from the Abyss, his brother, like what happened in the past, or maybe even a Harbinger. Regardless, it would end with him yielding to his injuries. Ayaka. She is the face of the Yashiro Commission, and the daughter of one of the strongest clans in Inazuma. She will definitely have some enemies that will try to assassinate her. It doesn't seem to be an uncommon practice too, considering there are ninjas that take on that job. Ayato. He is the head of the Yashiro Commission, and the oldest son of the strongest clan in Inazuma. Like Ayaka, he will have opponents who will try to assassinate him, but being already experienced with it, he is less likely to fall. Maybe he can protect her sister too, despite it being a daunting task. If he succeeds, they both would just die of natural means. Kabe. Considering how poor he seems to be, he might just perish, because he can't buy basic necessities, like enough food. Or else, he just dies of old age, or natural causes. Koching. She could end up not learning her lesson, and overwork herself again, causing her to experience its harmful effects, and be constantly sick. Maybe she'll have some assassins too, as her position in Li Wei is pretty high. Otherwise, I think her dying of old age or natural causes is the most likely. Kirara. A customer can attack her after delivering the package, to make sure she wouldn't say to anyone about what's inside, if she did take a peek. Her diligence in ensuring every package is delivered to the right place can also be her downfall. A customer can do a prank and request a package at the top of Dragon Spine, and she will still likely comply. Klee. While experimenting, she accidentally detonates a strong bomb that actually hurts her this time. She might be immune to bombs, considering how she's always unaffected by them, but I can't find solid proof that suggests that. If she is immune, she just dies of old age, or natural causes, and if she is immortal, erosion. Sarah. Similar to Goro, her job is pretty dangerous, always being out on the battlefield. If the opportunity comes up, she too will likely sacrifice herself for the sake of her soldiers, or someone she cherishes. This is especially the case if it's for the sake of the Shogun. Shinobu. She would likely die of old age, or other natural sources. I seriously can't think of any other reason. She's always responsible, secure, and aware. Layla. She is chronically sleep deprived, and has poor health as a result. She could easily develop illnesses, because of her seemingly always poor sleep schedule. Another scenario is while she is doing her experiments, she ends up falling asleep at an inopportune time, and accidentally slips off a cliff, or is attacked by the wildlife. Lisa. There was a rumor going around the community that she touched a magic book when she was young, that gave her most of her powers, but it cut her lifespan in half, so she only has a few years left to live. However, I don't think it was ever confirmed in the game. If it's true, she would perish because of the curse, and if not, she'd just die of old age, or other natural sources. So far, I have tackled 37 characters, and since we're not even halfway there, there's a grand total of 76 playable characters. I unfortunately have to split this video into 2 parts. Do you agree with my answers, or perhaps you have your own ideas on how the characters will die? I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you all so much for watching. Give a like if you ended up enjoying this video, and subscribe to get notified of when I upload a part 2, as I have a lot of interesting ideas for the remaining characters. Bye.